It is Thursday, so we are talking about investment for retirement. Of course, we are joined with Jonathan McCoy from Market Advisory Group. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks a lot, Jillian.
Yeah, of course. We appreciate that you come every week and share some really great advice.
Hopefully it's hitting home with folks. I mean, we've got
Yeah.
a lot of wild things happening in the economy and market these days, so it's
Yeah.
worthwhile looking at what are our options, especially if you're getting close to retirement.
Sure, and when we're talking about that, just walk us through, as we become a client of yours, as we reach out to you, the process and just kind of how it all starts.
Yeah, so this is the reason we offer our complimentary consultations. A lot of folks have met us through some in-person events that we do. We do a lot of educational events at community centers and some of the community colleges and other campuses around town. So a lot of folks already kind of have an idea of who we are, kind of what we do, what our typical talking points are. But coming to us from KCTV5, we get a wide array of
Sure.
concerns around, Social Security questions, Medicare questions, estate planning, tax questions, investment. So we never really know where those conversations go, but the key is we have focused our process around asking you the right questions, because we find a lot of folks do not know what questions to be asking their financial advisor. So you really don't know what you don't know, first of all.
Yeah.
And ultimately, sometimes the bigger picture retirement planning and those conversations around where is my income going to come from, how much am I going to be owing in taxes, when should I start Social Security. A lot of folks we talk to have never had those conversations with their financial advisor, nor any financial advisor for that matter. So it's important to us to be able to bring those questions to the table so you don't have to sit there worrying about, what am I missing?
Yeah.
And we've got a process built around that.
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head. Unfortunately, sometimes we don't even know what we don't know. So when we come to you, what are some of the processes in regards to that consultation? Do you start kind of bottom up, if you will, as far as like long-term goals for retirement and then work back?
It's interesting because every advisor has their own approach. I like to start by looking at the facts. What do you have in 401k assets? What is your retirement time frame window looking like? Do you have an estimated Social Security benefit, or have you looked at those estimates recently? And then we also like to review recent tax returns and what your healthcare situation is going to be, what you're doing for health insurance. When does that transition from work coverage to Medicare occur for you? And again, it's us bringing those questions to the table. So a lot of folks, I think, come in, they don't really know how to initiate those conversations. And again, that's why we're there to help folks through that process so that you don't have to know it all on your own.
Yeah, that's why we come to the experts, right?
Exactly.
And in regards to that, there are some fears and some common misconceptions that people might have. Would you kind of identify those and then share a little bit about how you make yourself very approachable in regards to that?
Yeah, and I think the key is, a lot of folks don't know what it's going to cost to hire a financial advisor, especially if they've never worked with one. If you've only ever made contributions to your 401k throughout your career, you probably didn't have a financial advisor working with you on that. So the costs associated are something that we address up front. But also, I feel there's an apprehensiveness because this is your life savings, right? And you're meeting a new person for the first time, you're meeting us, and there is a trust building process that we have to go through. And our consultations normally will span over 3 to 4 meetings. It's not just sit down, show us how much money you have, and we give you recommendations. It never goes that way. And I found that a lot of people have wound up in some hot water financially because they've had such a simple, not nearly detailed enough conversation with it, even with an existing financial advisor.
I appreciate the fact that you make it so individualized too.
Yeah,
That's
and there's no
fantastic.
guarantee that we work with every person that comes through the door. Sometimes it's identify some areas for some tweaks and improvement and things that maybe you should be looking for down the road, as opposed to making massive overhauls right away.
So much to learn. That's why we go to the experts, and of course, that's why we bring you in. Thank you for your time today,
Thanks a lot,
Jonathan.
Jillian.
Of course, to schedule your complimentary consultation and submit your questions, just visit askouradvisor.com or call 816-548-2000. They'll take your questions and even meet one-on-one free of charge. If you include your address, Market Advisory Group will send you a free gift.